Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface on the live servers for Warlords of Draenor, back in Blackrock Foundry Raid, and this turn we're having a look at Kromog, our next boss, who could pretty much be called, Coligarm 2.0, something like that. If it was around in the time of Wrath of the Lich King and Ulduar, this would probably be the fight that we get nowadays. But here we go. What abilities does this boss have? Well, it looks amazing for a start, and tanks, unfortunately, you got to deal with some pretty horrific stuff. Number one, warped armor. Well, he'll reduce the movement speed of his target by 15%, and he'll also increase the damage taken by 20%, stacking up to 5 times. So you've got to coordinate with your off-tank to get your taunts absolutely spot on there. He'll also do a Fist of Stone ability, which will deal 400k. This is physical damage, so your armor is going to mitigate a lot of it. Split evenly between 2 targets, i.e. you and the off-tank, within 15 yards of each other. You don't really want to get anyone else caught in that. That's why you can see our tanks are separated away from the rest of the melees. And then a third nasty ability for you tankers is Slam, which will deal 423k, again, physical damage, scaling based on how close the target is. So the further away, probably not the better. The closer, the better. Anywho, he'll also deal a Stone Breath ability, which will deal 25k damage to all players every second, and if no one is in melee range, it will continue to do the breath until there is. So there's some pretty horrible stuff happening in the melee range and going through to the rest of the raid. What else does he do? Well, you can see there's all manner of like yellow runes and red runes going on the floor. We'll deal with those in a moment. He'll also deal a Rippling Smash, where he'll pound the ground and it'll cause a wave of damage to spread out. It's like a shockwave of rubbled earth. You can see it. It's very easy to spot. And he'll target a player before he does it, so you do have time to move. You see it's probably incoming now. Bash! There it comes, and there's the ripple shockwave. Don't get caught in that. It will deal a staggering 169k damage. Ouch. He'll then do these Runes of Grasping Earth. Now, these were all the yellow runes which you saw on the ground, literally spread everywhere. You should go and stand in one. Although tanks, you can figure out whether or not you want to stand in one or not, and we'll get to that in a second. And what happens is, hands will come up from the ground and grab you and hold you in place. And that's because he'll also deal a Thundering Blow attack, which deals 59k damage to all players and smashes them really, really high into the air. So here comes the yellow rune. I'm standing in one. Oh, I might just have... Oh, look at that. I've just been grabbed, I think, also into the pathway. Yes, the pathway of the red runes, which we'll get to in a moment. So what you need to do during this phase is to DPS your hand that's grabbed you, because it'll deal 6k damage every second, but that'll start to increase the longer that you're caught in it. When you come out, help your healers as well. Get them out ASAP, and then go back to Kromog before you continue fighting. Otherwise, you're just going to constantly take more and more damage, and it's going to be horrible. In comes another Rippling Smash. So, the other one is this red one, the Rune of Crushing Earth. We'll stick a red rune on the ground that you can see. The earth parts and 2 fists pop up from the ground, and then they will slam together and deal 178k damage and stun you for 5 seconds. Ouch. And then on top of that, we've got Reverberations, where his fists pounding on the ground will cause these little shockwaves. You can see them, these little white, something like that, holy-esque looking reverberations. If they touch you, they'll deal 65.5k damage, and then they'll dissipate. So they're easily avoidable, as you can see. Don't get hit by them. He'll then do Shattered Earth, which deals 34k damage to 4 random players. Not a lot you can really do about that. And then at 30%, this is the fun time, folks, he will go into a frenzy, much like Butcher, where his damage will increase by 20%. His attack speed will increase by 20%, and he'll start to cast his abilities more frequently. But if you manage to survive all of that, hey presto, you've got yourself a kill. and you can actually complete, hopefully, the rest of that section of the raid and get yourself a nice little achievement as well. So there you go. 10 out of 10 for anyone who noticed that I didn't get my 10-minute pet out. I'm only just getting used to demonology and so used to demonic servitude and supremacy that I don't hit my 10-minute anymore, so whoops-a-daisy. But that's how you defeat Kromog, and I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media as well as twitch.tv for live streaming. All those links are in the description down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Not showing you who I'm voting for. Bye-bye.